SPEEDHOME webinar. So we are going to start our webinar soon. But before that, just need you guys a bit patience because right now it's only 8:20. We will start like around 8:35. So no worry. So right now we are going to play some SPEEDHOME video. So while we are playing the video, so yeah, you can just watch the video, or you can grab yourself a bottle of water, then or popcorn even, right? Sit down and then later, and then we sit down and share, and I will share with you some ideas, okay, some observation inside of SPEEDHOME past 2020 rental supply and demand stats. Okay, so no worry. Let us just start to play the videos. Okay.
Okay, my name is Lee. I'm 36 this year, and currently I'm staying in Kemuning Utama, Shah Alam. First, I was introduced by my friends when he rented out his property through. Last time, I think SPEEDHOME is called Speed Rent. This is the first time he rent out his property. I feel very lucky and excited when I got the email that I can collect the 100 referral fee. Yes, because they provide me a hassle-free actions which I do not need to care about to get the rental from the tenant if they delay it or anything. Yes, I will recommend it to my friends and family members.
Okay, I am Wilson 2, full name is Wilson 2, 53 years old. I stay in this Putra Heights, Subanjaya. Actually, first time I saw SPEEDHOME is in the highway. I saw that this signboard, but I do not know what it is. So just lately, this old tenant, they just select after the expiring of the tenancy. So I try to look for the agent. So I got look for one agent, but I give him chance to find the tenant, but it take long time, no response. So at the same time, I got one friend, they introduced me, they say, why not you can try the SPEEDHOME? So actually at that time, I didn't know what is SPEEDHOME. I just simply register one account and just put out the property. Even though that time, I also don't know what the SPEEDHOME service are. I just put out the property. But I think within few days, I saw got response, sometimes a message coming in, say got people is interested. So from there, I try to understand what is SPEEDHOME. So from there only I know, oh, SPEEDHOME is a platform to provide this kind of the service to find the tenant. I think SPEEDHOME is a very good this kind of the service provider lah. Similarly, like last time, for example, we go to purchase a thing. Every time we go to the retail shop, and when have this platform can buy internet, a lot of things also become simple. So I think same thing with SPEEDHOME. Like traditionally, every time we want to rent the house is to the agent. So SPEEDHOME is similar like platform to provide this kind of service lah. So for me, I think SPEEDHOME is very good service provider lah. I think this is very good strategy lah, because for the tenant, when they see this is deposit free, so will attract them to have a look what is unit is available. So of course this is the first step, because I also doing business. I know in marketing is very important. How you go and advertise information to attract people. So I think this is the first success of the SPEEDHOME. First, you can attract this potential tenant to look at the product. So for the landlord, of course, what is our benefit? I realize that if traditionally I pay 1 month's this commission to the agent. In the SPEEDHOME, indirectly, I also pay 1 month, of course, plus some service charge. Of course, the cost I paid out in the return, I got this insurance protection. I think a lot of people maybe not realize what this insurance is. They were thinking maybe a life insurance or what kind of accident insurance. But actually, it's not. This is a protection to sometimes like guarantee I can able to collect my rental. And also sometimes like guarantee if one day the tenant run away, so I can claim the insurance. I think this is very good to the landlord also lah. Yes, actually I had recommended one friend already. She also have put up this property already. Just lately, she told me she also got a potential tenant interested on her property already. Also, I think within 3 weeks time only, she get this potential tenant already. I think now in the process of signing e-agreement already. Can I give one more review comment? I think besides just the advantage I mentioned, introduce people also can earn this commission of 100, even though it's a token, but I think it's good also. And people, if they follow my instruction or they take my advice to do this service, this kind of service, they also get 100. I think this is extra income also lah, both for me and also for this landlord also. It's good.
Okay, so my name is Katrish and I am 25 years old and I am from Kajang. I was actually very surprised that it actually happened, that someone used my link. So yep, I was happy that I got 600 ringgit and yep, it's already given to me. So I am actually very happy. Yes, I am actually satisfied because zero deposit is actually going to help a lot of tenants, especially people like me, where I am very young and I want to rent a house. I'll try my best to rent a house without deposit because deposits are too much, and for a person like me, I just started working and it's going to be hard for me to actually fork out so much money for deposit, but Sweet Home has helped me in, giving zero deposit, and yep, so I will surely choose Sweet Home over other rental platforms. Of course, I already have recommended SPEEDHOME to my friends and family, and yes, I will surely do because SPEEDHOME is a great platform which is going to be something huge in the future. Yeah.
My name is Kenneth. I'm aged 29 and I currently reside in Petaling Jaya. I know about SPEEDHOME probably through an ad on the highway, and then I googled it and watched the video and got recommended by a friend to it because he works at SPEEDHOME. Felt really good because the referral program was easy to understand and it was incentivizing me to assist other landlords who are new to being their first time a landlord to use the platform for the functionalities it provides. Yes, very satisfied. Peace of mind every night, and the tenants were great to assess and also communicate before and throughout the process of finding a tenant. Yes, I totally would because the platform is very easy to use and the support given by the staff is also very friendly, and they are available almost 24/7, and they also are able to support you throughout the process of onboarding a tenant and also the after support.
Because times are a bit bad now, so people are looking for a way to save their money. So this is a way of saving their money. But of course, the property agents can find other ways of methods to see how they can get their income. I'm sure they'll come up with something as well. So this is a competitive market, and everyone will be very creative as to how to make sure that their livelihood or their income is not affected in their own way. So I believe that it is a healthy competition is a healthy option, so where everyone will be having a chance to try their luck in whichever way that they want to.
Hi guys, everyone. Good evening. My name is Paul. So thank you for joining Speak Home webinar. So today I'm going to share about some stats about 2020. What's the rental market, the residential rental market, the demand and the supply. But before I start today event, so I saw now it's just 8:30. So this event is supposedly start at 8:30, right? So, but I saw still have a lot of our friends, probably they just having lunch or they still like take care of their kids, etc., etc., or they just want to rest a bit. So why don't we like let me ask you guys a few questions. In the meanwhile, we wait for another 5 minutes for others the audience to join. So let me ask the first questions. Okay. So how many of you, right? If you are the landlord, you type 1. If you are the landlord and your house is looking for tenants, yeah, the landlord. If you are the landlord, just type 1. If you're the landlord, just type 1. Yeah, everyone's that who in this webinar or those friends that who in Facebook, can you just please type 1? Okay. Wow. Thank you. Wow, so support. Thank you. I feel the energy. I really like. Thank you guys. Like when you guys respond to what I'm saying, I feel more confidence. Like to engage with you guys. Really. Thank you so much, everyone. So have so many landlords here. Okay. So may I know how many of you, right? If your house still looking for the tenant is vacant, can you just type 2? Among of this all landlord, can you just type 2? If your house is still vacant, type 2. Wow. So Chin, Mitran, Mickey, okay, Diviva, okay. So all you guys is like your house is vacant, right? So I won't surprise because in the past, over the past years, the whole situation, the economies, property markets, everything's right. It's not that I won't say that it's a great year, but I just want to share a bit like in Speed Home. Actually, last year is not really a bad year for Speed Home, because it's like even though MCO, even though this is a COVID, everything, but our sales, right, is almost is have very huge growth lah. But this is why I'm saying this. Not like I want to brag like how good our company doing. It's just like some habits. We saw some habits changing. People mindsets is changing. So that's why like I want to have a webinars and then sit here and then try to engage with you guys, with you all. So who doesn't know Speed Home at all? If you don't know Speed Home at all, you type 3. So that I know probably we can stay longer right after the Q&A, right after the meeting, we can stay longer a bit, and I can explain more Speed Home the stuff to you guys, so that you have a better understanding on us, and perhaps you have you are interested, like you have an interesting to use Speed Home. Who knows, right? Okay. So I saw those who type 3. No worry. Probably we can stay a little bit after the meeting. So may I know, right? How many of you guys, right? One key things that I saw in the last years is, of course, it's the COVID. The COVID changed everything. People cannot gather anymore, and then people like won't rely on the physical any kind of physical activities, and people start to go to online. People start to go to online to buy stuff or to subscribe and a service. But Speed Home, like we're already in the rental market for 5 years. So we kind of say it's like, yeah, in MCO we also get hit super hard. Okay, the companies our sales is almost dropped like and nearly like 60-70%. Then after that, we slowly pick up, and then surprisingly, in the last few months of last year, and then the rental market, I don't know, like the rental market is usual. Always the rental market just won't have a big change, but the whole user behavior, everything is changed. So later, you guys is if you're still looking for a house and then it doesn't know SPEEDHOME at all, probably then after the sharing section that I say after the Q&A, we can stay a bit and then have a quick chat, or we can exchange number or something. Okay, so no worry. Yes, I saw the number is picking up. I saw my audience all come in already. I'm so happy. Thank you, guys. It's not easy right now that you want to gather, because there's so many free webinars out there, right? So you want to find someone that want to find the audience that who's willing to spare the 1.5 hour with the guys, and then hear him talk about some of the market observation or something, any kind of thing, right? It's not easy. Yeah. Till customer service took 3 days to reply me. Theo, I pick it up there. I pick it up already. Okay, no worry. You got my number. I thought like Theo, you have our company's number. Okay, no worry. So you can always, and then you don't forget every time, right? When you use the first time you use SPEEDHOME, you will see a CEO email on your chat, right? In every chat, you will see our CEO email, and then our CEO will really read the email. But no worry, I remember everyone in this room. I SMS them already. You can just feedback to me. Okay, no worry. That is something I won't say it's not every case like this, but this is something. Okay, so when you will remove the acting, what kind of acting? I don't know lah. Okay, come back. Okay, okay, let me share my screen. Everyone, if you can see my screen, please type a yes. If you can see Chan Ji Wing, when you will move all kind of the acting. I'm not acting lah. I'm really like when I'm speaking, it's just like this. Especially I'm speaking. Yeah. If you can see, and you will see the screen already. I think I already finished sharing. So yeah. Loading. Okay, probably perhaps it's just 1 minute. Okay, and then you can see the. Okay. So okay, let us just start today's webinar. Oh, okay. Mr. Chan, now I get the meaning that the acting. Because I'm the acting head of marketing, all right? I won't remove. I thought like I misunderstood what you say, Mr. Chan. It's okay. So guys, okay, long story short, I don't want to waste everyone's time because every time is very precious. So today's what kind of the sharing that I want to share with you guys is about the 2020 house rental supply and demands webinar. So before I start to share with you the top demand, the top supply area, so let me share. Let me just give you some a brief about the stats. Where's the stats? Okay, basically, right, SPEEDHOME, every month we have nearly 200,000 people came to our website. Tenants, landlord, they came to our website, and then landlord, they will upload their listing, and then the tenants, they will send a chat request. They will key in the area and then click, say, hey boss, can I view your house in after 1 or 2 days? So this is something that we are doing every month. So I gather the whole year's house rental supply demand stats, and then I find it out some very interesting point or some area that that we find it out. So we will share with you guys to give you some insight lah. I won't say that it's very fantastic, but if the things that I share is not really you already know, then I'm just like, I would say it's like just give me some encouragement lah, okay? Because it's not easy lah. Need to prepare and then look at the stat. You look at me already 4 eye already. Okay, so let me come back. So before I start, some of them they already know about me, some of them they don't. So for those who never engaged with SPEEDHOME before, let me explain let me introduce myself. My name is Po Boon Yap. Okay, normally people will call me Po. So I'm currently SPEEDHOME acting head of marketing. So this is the means I temporarily in charge of marketing. So, but before I joined marketing, this is something that I would like to share. Before I joined marketing, I'm a very curiosity guy. I'll always ask a lot of questions. I go to find answer by asking people. So I choose to be a journalist for a living. So I write in newspapers for 3 years for cover the financial news. And also currently I'm also a columnist that who write in the Chinese local newspapers. And I think most of the property companies that in Busan, Malaysia, I interview them at least once. The boss probably won't remember me. I know them. If you ask me that have I met EcoWorld boss, UEM Sunrise boss, this kind of big boss? Yes, I met them before. Okay, I know them, but they don't know me. Okay, simple. So this is my portfolio. So, but this is not the key things. Okay, doesn't matter who's is a speakers today, because the stat that we share with you is on SpeedHome. This is something that interesting. Come back to the question that I just asked. How's the property rental market performed last year? By the sub-sale property market price, I mean like the sub-sales or the new launch, all drop. Okay, some of them, but the developer won't tell you how much they drop. But you can just go to NAPIC and then you easily find the numbers. Okay, the National Information Center about the property market. If you need, I can share the NAPIC link later. You can go to chat. So the property market is dropped kind of badly, but the residential market is resilient. Means like the resident rental market means like the house that the people want to rent actually it doesn't change a lot, especially the mid to low end houses. Okay, especially the mid to low end houses, the performing is very strong. So that like then SpeedHome we still can make a living lah. Okay, so this is something that we found. So last year is an MCO. I think is like no one's is not get impact, right? Your probably is your job, your normal life, everything get affected by the MCO. But in SpeedHome, even though during the MCO times and the full lockdown time, we still managed to help like a few hundred of people we do some CSR. We help the doctors to find a place to stay, and then we also helping the some of the tenants, right, to continue their leasing, everything. So this is something that we're still doing during the MCO. So this is the power of when you are online, the things that when you put it online, everyone will see your properties, everyone have a chance to engage with you, even though we don't have a physical touch. And then we also launch a couple of the activities such as like virtual viewing, etc. So this kind of things is helping us to build our momentum, our sales momentum. So come back. Okay, let me share with you the top 10 rental, the top 10 rental demand means that the tenant, the top 10 the tenants, like they will search on SpeedHome website and send a chat request. There is 5 areas. The first one, Cyberjaya. Okay, why Cyberjaya is the top? It's a top area that so many people want to find a tenant. Simple, because Cyberjaya is a place that is targeted foreigner students, and also a lot of the government servant. And then some of them, like some of the government servant, they didn't buy a house there, probably they buy a house more near city center, and then they choose to travel. But Cyberjaya definitely is the most Cyberjaya is the most tenants that will send a chat request. Then because in SpeedHome we provide a home runner service. Every landlord, that a lot of landlord they know already. Okay, you ask them, it's like if your house is within some certain area, right, we'll send a person that to help to open the door and then show the house for them. So Cyberjaya is definitely is a super far, and then a lot of the landlord they want to put the listing on the platform. So targeted is students. So we have the most demand. So the second place is Petaling Jaya. Okay, so why Petaling Jaya also super popular? Okay, so let me explain. So Petaling is actually a very huge area, right? Old town, new town, and then somehow it's like somewhere else is very near the airport. Around Damansara also come on Petaling, but although Petaling is a super huge area, but there is a lot of the job opportunity, university, college, office. Okay, So all the Petaling area, actually they have kind of like some mid to low end property. Okay, what I'm saying is that when I say mid to low end property is about around 250 to 400,000. Okay, to 500,000. So this is our major demand on SPEEDHOME. Okay, so this is a way that a lot of people, right, they search for the place to rent is Petaling. Okay, so Petaling is a lot of office, a lot of job opportunities. So when we talk about rental, okay, locations is a key. Okay, but they have different target audience. Okay, when you have a buy a house in Cyberjaya, you cannot expect like this is very high chances for you to rent to a local Chinese or local Malay, because that area is a lot of foreigner students, is or Arabian students or African students. Yeah, it's that. So that is no much choice. So you must know before you rent out your house, your demand, your target audience is who. So on Petaling Jaya, then is the group, the tenant group is more mixed. Okay, this is foreigners, local students, working adult, everything. Okay, so this is the area that is more localized. So when we call about Brickfield, number 3 is Brickfield. So Brickfield is actually have is nearby KL Central. Actually, when you talk about Brickfield, it's not the street that a lot of temple, the Brickfield. When you talk about Brickfield, like it should be, you need to think about that. There's a lot of offices there, KL Central. Okay, CIMB headquarter. Okay, Massys headquarter, UEM headquarter. All the headquarter is there. The rental yield on the Brickfield actually is the best. Okay, they have the most, they enjoy the most highest the rent in that area. But in the meanwhile, it's like they're also a bit competitive because good thing everyone want to go to Grab, right? Grab a bike. So Brickfield also included the Bangsa and the KL Central area. So this is the third high demand in SPEEDHOME. Okay, so at Brickfield, a lot of expat, their target audience is more like expats and also very high income white collar work or tenants. This is the target audience. Ampang, actually when I saw the numbers at Ampang, I also a bit shocked because myself is I'm an OKL. Then Ampang is a place that is also quite big. It's an area also quite big. But Ampang, don't forget, right, when we call Ampang, when we think about Ampang, this is an area that is super near the city centers, like 10 to 15 minute drive from the Ampang area, the hospital, the Ampang hospital there. From that is the area I look at. I go to check on the stats there. Then this is a couple of the properties rental is mostly like they rent out to SPEEDHOME. So a lot of the Ampang areas properties, actually they have a demand there because they also nearby the city centers. I'm not saying that the very ulu side, the very inside the Ampang, but it's the part that is kind of nearby the city center, because a lot of the office people, they don't want to rent, they can't afford to rent nearby KLCC, so they choose to rent to Ampang. So this is an area that also. Number 5, Setapak. When we talk about Setapak, okay, a lot of people will think that, Setapak right now is, what's the first idea from you guys that when you talk about Setapak? So when you talk about Setapak, is about TAR College, right? A lot of, not only TAR College, also have a couple of the different art school. I remember Setapak also have an art school, and also right now all the new launch properties there, okay, and then it's super jam. Okay, before MCO, right, if you want to pass by Jalan Pahang, before MCO, if you want to pass by the Jalan Pahang, that area is super jam. Okay, at least 1 hour for just 200 meters. Okay, so Setapak definitely now is a very I would say it's a very dynamic, very energetic area. There is a lot of students, but it get heated because the MCO, and the students cannot back to the school. So now there's a lot of the empty room there. So probably this that is like before the MCO, like it got attract a lot of the demand there. But usually it's a very, very, very active areas for us in SPEEDHOME. Okay, so when we talk about another 5 top area, Shah Alam. Okay, Shah Alam actually also a very mature area. They have universities, they have the school there, then also a lot of the government servants. Okay, city council headquarters, everything's okay. It's a very successful township area. Okay, so I'm not surprised because a lot of SPEEDHOME staff, they only in Shah Alam, and then they use SPEEDHOME to rent through us. Okay, so number 7, Cheras. Okay, Cheras is a super matured and very Chinese centric area. Then there is a lot of old terrace house, but usually in SPEEDHOME 80% of our unit is all high rise. So in Cheras, I think that is like because the MRT is already linked there. They have a few TOD project. Then and also a lot of the families, when they want to probably they just rent before they really can afford to buy a house. A lot of people choose to rent. Then this is some things that also I'm not surprised. Cheras is also not a bad area for investment. So number 8, Bukit Jalil. So Bukit Jalil also is a very also very convenient. They have the MRTs linked to the area. Then there is also a lot of the new project and also township, commercial area, etc., etc. Okay, so this is a lot of the people that who want to go to work in Puchong or Sunway or something. Some of them they will choose to live in Bukit Jalil. Okay, more on their target. The target then is more on his working adult. Okay, more on that is the working adult. Number 9, Wangsa Maju. Wangsa Maju is just next by Sedapa. Okay, Wangsa Maju is a place just next by Sedapa, and then this is an area that we have a lot of attractions, a lot of students or young working adults that who rent through us. So last one is Subang Jaya. Okay, surprisingly, because in Subang, I think it's like a lot of the Subang's landlord, they choose to do the room rental. So in SPEEDHOME, we are more active on the whole room. It's not like we don't do the room rental, but we are more focused on to rent out the whole unit. Okay, so let me share with you another top 10 supply. So means like who will list their property on our platform the most. Okay, so you look at the supply and demand, you will surprisingly feel like, oh, how come it's like the landlord and the tenants, most of them they are share on the it's almost the same, just the ranking a bit different. So PJ they have the most tenants, they have the most landlord that list their property on SPEEDHOME. So why? I think it's just like PJ is a good area, and then the demand is there, and then a lot of people they buy the house. Then actually the landlord they also don't mind to list their property with SPEEDHOME because we can help them to find the tenant very fast. And second one is Brickfield, KL Central Bangsa. So this is also one of the top area that we have. So on the supply side, so Brickfield I think is also the landlord there, they is super expensive. The unit there is super expensive. So the landlord they need to find a tenant as soon as possible. Okay, so number 3 is Setapak. Okay, if you come to Setapak, you also won't surprise. You see all the PV building there. PV stands for Platinum Victory. It's a very famous Setapak area developers. So the PV is everywhere. So there's also a lot of the demand side. Okay, the demand is there. We have the demand, but the supply is even bigger. Okay, even higher. So you will see this kind of effect. Number 4 is Ampang. Okay, Ampang also like a lot of the landlord they try to list on. So number 5 is Cheras. Okay, number 5 is Cheras. Oh, sorry, this is a typo. So I think this is a typo. After Cheras, I think this is another area, but doesn't really let me. Yeah, this is a typo there. Cheras. I think after Cheras is Bukit Jalil. Okay, after Cheras is Bukit Jalil. Cheras is a mature area. This is a lot of the tenants that who a lot of the landlords that who buy from the new launch building, the new launch property, and then now they are finding the tenants to rent it out. Okay, so Bukit Jalil, Wangsa Maju, Subang Jaya, Shah Alam, you will see. So for the list that I just showed with you, the list that I just showed with you, so you see the top 10 supply and the top 10 demand on SpeedHome platform, right? It's quite similar, you know. So this is something that we will say is I won't say the landlord that who buy on those area, they are not doing the right things. So, but you will see is that is the things that still there is some landlord, their house, their locations have, it's not bad, but they suffer for like 6 months or 7 months, they can't find a tenant. So this must be a reason why, right? Why? Okay, so let me show with you the another slide, then you will see the more interesting things. Okay, more interesting things. So you will see the top 10 area, the supply and the demand. Okay, PJ actually is the, okay, the supply is red color, the demand is blue color. Okay, supply is red color, and then the demand is the blue color. You will see PJ is slightly higher, the supply of the PJ, okay, is slightly higher than the demand. Okay, supply of the DJ is slightly higher than the demand. And then you come to Brickfield, the demand is high, and then in SpeedHome, the supply is just okay. So only the very few area like Setapak, Ampang, Cheras, Bukit Jalil, and Wangsa Maju, this is almost equal. It means that the supply and the balance is almost there. So, and then actually the Cyberjaya on SpeedHome, we are really super strong. You look at the demand, the supply, the difference of the demand and the supply. So this is the thing that yeah, the SpeedHome, what we are active lah. Okay, so I already explained like why the Cyberjaya we can attract so many tenants, because a lot of them they rely on internet, they don't have the local relations, so probably they want to use SpeedHome. And also our USP also a very strong selling point. Okay, our USP, we can rent very fast for the landlord. So this is something that we are doing. Okay, so yeah, and also you look at the PJ, actually PJ properties, right? Because PJ is such a good area, good locations, every landlord want to have a cut. So when you, before you make the decisions to choose you want to buy on that area, you need to figure out what is the, you need to really study out the locations and also your future tenants. Do you have any kind of strategy to rent it out? Okay, so on SpeedHome, we have very powerful weapons. Okay, we help the landlord rent super fast because it's like we put the listing is online, then people will rent it out by seeing your properties online, and the traffic and then the marketing fee that we spend. So this also attract a lot of the traffic came to our website. So this is something that we share. So you look at Shah Alam also have a lot of demand. Okay, Shah Alam also. So Shah Alam also have a lot of supply, but the demand, it seems like still not that high lah. Okay, so continue. Let me share you the most exciting things, okay, today. Okay, the most exciting things. Okay, you look at, actually, I just want to do a very clear disclaimer. Okay, so this median asking price, it's not really reflect any kind of the properties. It just reflect the listing on SpeedHome. Okay, the listing on SpeedHome, we are more good on the mid to low end properties. This is our forte. So you look at if your property is just hovering on that area, what you're seeing is Cyberjaya. You look at the Cyberjaya, the rental is between 1,000 and 1,500. Kajang, then Seri Kembangan also. Then after Seri Kembangan, you will see PJ will some only a very few area that can surpass 1,500. Right, the 1,500 is a quite important key lah. You will see. So, and then the KL city centers, okay, but actually the KL city centers, like we don't gain that much of exposure lah. But you will see that like on our strong area, just as I mentioned, Cyberjaya, Penang, and Shah Alam, you will see that is around, that is hovering around 1,005 to 1,007. Okay, I mean that if you just rent out the whole unit lah. I would say for any house that is the rental is more than 1,800 or surpass 2,000. Okay, any kind of the unit that will surpass 2,000, actually is like you are not looking, mostly you are not looking for local tenants. You are looking for a expat. Okay, you are looking for expat. So you will see that area is more on like rental. If the rental more than 2,000, most of the target tenants should be expat, foreigners, right? Because you can just do a simple calculations. But Malaysian can buy 300 to 500,000 houses, right? So the monthly installments for 300,000, I mean that 300,000 is around like 1,700 to 1,900, about that. So this is the what do you call that, the barrel I would say. Is like this is something that around that line when above surpass, you see in SPEEDHOME, right, our median asking price is when you surpass 1,500, you won't see that much of a listing, okay, or people's guess. Okay, let me see the actual deal. Okay, this is the landlord they're asking. Okay, landlord, they hope they can get, okay, the median asking price they hope they can get. But this is the price that actually that the tenants they're willing to pay. Actually, this is the price that the tenant willing to pay. So Cyberjaya, not much different. You see the Cyberjaya line, it doesn't show much of the difference. But the Kajang, okay, Kajang and also Cheras, actually they are quite I would say that these two areas not that friendly in terms on the rental returns. But PJ is still surpassed, okay, 1,000, around like medium price around 1,500 lah. Medium price means that we took the 50%, nearby the 50% of our rental price, okay, our total rental deal. Okay, not saying like this is average. This is not average. This is median rental price. Okay, so this is the median paying price. So it means that the tenants that who willing to pay the price on those area. But when you see like Subang, actually is quite surprisingly, Subang is an area that is higher than 1,500. Okay, so the landlord, they expect tenant to pay that much. Tenant expect they pay that much. Okay, so will this gap will slowly close down? Actually, this is something that happened in during the last year. Okay, this is something that happened during the last year. So compared to the 2019 landlord asking price and the tenants asking price willing to pay price, right? It have a 30% gap. the biggest gap the biggest gap that in our area, the biggest area, the gap in our area that has a 30% gap. They have a 30% gap. But actually in last year, right, the tenants and the landlord, the rent expectations actually is already narrowed down. Especially when you say Puchong, Klang, and also actually PJ also not that big, only like 100 to 200 difference. So this is something that we saw. This is something that we saw on last year. Means that the landlord also know the market is already very bad, and then they adjust a bit. And the tenants is always look for the cheapest. Okay, most of the tenants always look for the cheapest rental, but means like the landlords they're a bit like they seeing this But should we really go through this price war? Is it the price war is the ultimate end for this kind of the situations? Of course not, right? In SPEEDHOME, if compare to the same unit if compare the same unit okay, our USP, if compared to the same unit for our USP, we actually help the landlord to get higher rent compared to their competitors. Okay, so some landlords, their unit is on the super high dense area. One buildings that have probably have 20, 40, 50 different vacant unit that is looking for tenants. But normally it's SPEEDHOME is we are the renting the fastest one. Okay, we are renting the fastest one. But what later I will explain. Later I will explain why. So let me to share you more the others the things that we find. Okay, in SPEEDHOME Klang Valley, because we are very active on Klang Valley. So our Klang Valley tenants, the demographic in SPEEDHOME, so 75% of them, they are below 35 years old. Okay, so means like most of them, they are working adult. Okay, and also some of the areas that is students, most of the area like Setapak, Shah Alam, Subang, you cannot avoid what the area is memang have a lot of a college setting up there. That is a students. But if you are the landlord that very sensitive, you really thinks like you are feel very insecure to wait for the tenant, then perhaps you need to wait a bit longer lah, a bit longer lah on the certain area, like that certain area that I mentioned just now. So, but means like this group of the tenants they are very actually they can be a long-term tenants one, because they are looking for most of them, they are very focused on like lifestyle. They want to get better lifestyle. So buying a house actually is not really their first considerations when come to the life planning. So this is the SPEEDHOME, we successfully capture this group of the people, then they use our platform. Okay, so yeah, and then Shah Alam, Setapak, Wangsa Maju, Subang, this few area, right? The in SPEEDHOME, most of them they are our students. Okay, they are students, and 34% of them actually SPEEDHOME users. A lot of things a lot of people they think that when you want to rent a house, you must came from other state, right? But not actually. I think it's around like 34% of the SPEEDHOME users. We do a survey because we got their IC ma. So we have the details, and then we find it out. Actually quite a lot of them they are from KL or Selangor. So this is something that we captures on the demographic that we are looking at SPEEDHOME. So maybe just now I see a lot of people type 3. Why I ask you like, did your house is have a long time you haven't found a tenant, more than a month? If your house is more than a month, you didn't find a tenant, what can you do? So what I'm saying is, for our SPEEDHOME tenants, right? This is the third three criteria. The third three criteria that they are looking for before they rent a property. Okay, the first one is working adult. They need at least one car park. If your house don't have a car park, you better provide them a solution that how can they rent a car park. Number two is the house that will have 2 rooms. Okay, so it's slightly higher chances. The 2-room houses is the most popular on our platform. Okay, and then most of them they're also looking for 2 bathroom. And also one very very familiar question I forget to put in: furnished or unfurnished houses. So the most furnished unit normally compared to non-furnished, we will rent it out faster. Okay, this is a common sense, of course, but how can you control the budget? Okay, you won't rent it out for spend too much of money on the rental, on the furnishings, the houses. Okay, probably we can have another sections on this. Okay, how can you manage, how can you design your house to attract the tenants? Okay, so this is the top criteria when the tenants, right, when they rent it out, they want to rent a house that have a car park, at least of 2 bedrooms and a 2 bathroom. Studio, probably some of them you're already asking, is it a studio will have more tenants? Actually not really. Okay, the studio is not really, okay, not really like popular on SPEEDHOME, but you can always try, put up your listing on SPEEDHOME, and then we can see. Okay, come back to the trend. Okay, come back to the trend. So what are we going to expect that what's going to happen on 2021. Okay, 2021. So what can you expect it? So for the property markets, right, I need to talk about this side. The buying interest is already slowly getting hotter. The whole sentiments are going up already. If today you go to check the Bursa, news, right, the Bursa market news, a lot of the property listing company, the property index of the Bursa market spike already. Okay, some of the famous company like UEM, EcoWorld, they all their shares already go up already. Okay, so this is something that we will see the buying interest already there. Okay, house is getting that is around a double digit, some houses that is around a double digit decrease. But if you ask me, will the property market is going to collapse or not? If you want to collapse, last year already collapsed. You need to wait for the 2021. Okay, so the whole sentiment is getting better. The vaccine is already, people already start taking the vaccine. The economy start to recovery. So now when you go out, right, probably you also are facing some traffic jam. So what I'm saying is that I observe from the sentiment of the market actually is getting better. So this is the first one. But from the rental side, the high-end properties still is going to face super stressful. Why? The border haven't opened yet, and then the expat they can't get their visa and then start work in Malaysia. In SPEEDHOME, we do hire a few expats in SPEEDHOME. Then right now all remote working on their hometown. We're also not sure that one day we'll want them to fly on SPEEDHOME, because now we already get used to work from home already. So this is something that we are looking. Okay, so yeah. So but a survivor like SPEEDHOME, mid to low end property is always I think will maintain. It won't go lower, but you cannot expect the whole rental price will go higher, because it's already on the dip already. So if your house, right, you plan it properly, you invest, you do a very good budget, and then you invest properly, you find a right tenant, then you should be comfortable. Or else, although the whole properties the loan can't cover your loss, although the loan cannot cover your installment, although the loan can cover your installments, but it will help you to ease your financial burden. As soon as you find a tenant, half your problem will settle already. So if your house is between like 350 to 500K, you want to find a tenant, actually it's not that hard. What you need is just need to do the right things. Later I'll tell you what's the right thing. So, and then the tenants will come. Number 3, work from home culture. Okay, so just share with you guys, I already work from home since 2019. I start work from home like 1 or 2 days a week lah. Right now it's like since from last year till this year, I already work from home more than 1 year. Okay, I didn't step into the office. Then what is the problem of work from home? You always get disrupted. Okay, your child or your sometimes your partners or your roommate, they probably will disrupt you. So this makes some people, right, they choose to move out, and then because they save some money on the transportation and also the food for eating outside, then they're willing to spend more on their living. So how can you market your home? How can you market your property as a work from home friendly property? So this is something that you need to think about. If you can market your home as a work from home friendly property, and then you list it out, all the benefit, then probably you will win among of your competitors. Okay, so you guys stay with me for so long already, right? I won't like just say this kind of share this kind of the stats and then agile. So that is 4 rental tips. Okay, you should remember. Okay, before you rent it out. Okay, first one is background check. So I saw SPEEDHOME, we have a very huge landlord group. We have a Facebook landlord group. Dan, help me to share the Facebook landlord group. we have a very huge Facebook landlord group. The landlord group is about 4.2K lah. Then it's a lot of the tenants, the landlords always like very struggled. Oh, my tenants cannot pay 2 months full deposit. Should I take these tenants? And then some of the if any property agent here is okay, but I'm not like saying that property agent say something is wrong, but always the property agents will, or the very experienced landlord, they walk in. Don't take the tenant if they can't pay the deposit. If they can't pay the deposit, means that they very likely they will pay the rent late. Let me share with you another stat on SPEEDHOME. 93%, 92 to 93% of the tenants, they will pay their rent. They will pay their rent on time. Okay, so a lot of them they'll pay the rent on time. Or if you're worried this, actually SPEEDHOME have a very powerful product that can help you to ease this kind of the tenant didn't pay on time problem. We have a very powerful solutions for the landlord for them to worry about this. So, but you need to think about, like, if you being like, yes, you need to be very careful to choosing a tenant, or else the tenant is a tenant from house, complain a lot, it will make your life miserable. But it doesn't mean like the tenants who can't pay the 2 months deposit, they are bad tenants. Because can you imagine that it's like a fresh grade, or those who work for the white collars? Right now, Malaysia's the salary also on 2,500 to nearby 3,000 ringgit on this level only. You want people to fork out a house that equivalent to their 2 months salary? So this is something that is a fact. Then what happened to your landlord? If you have enough of holding power, you work for another 3 to 4 months to find a perfect tenant. You can work for another 3 to 4 months to find a perfect tenant. So you imagine that it's like, let's say your house is the 1,200 house. 4 months is how much? 4 months you didn't receive the rental, 4,800 ringgit. Okay, so this 4,800 ringgit is a cost, it's a cost. So how can you expand your tenant pool as big as you can, and in the meantime you can minimize your risk? Okay, so this is something that we can talk later. So okay, so you can do a detailed tenant background check. You can ask them to give you a CTOS secrets checking. You can ask them to just show you their bank statements. But I'm doubted like if the tenants already need to pay you 2 months deposit, then they were willing to give you this kind of details. So number 2 is take a nice photo or record a video. This really works. Okay, so you can just like go to your house. Okay, you choose the best lighting moment, switch on all the light of the house, take nice photo, then you record a video, and then you explain, then you put it into any kind of the rental platform that you want. Okay, it will help you to rent out your house faster. Okay, nice photo, record with a video with voice lah. You're explaining what is the strength, what kind of facility you have, and then put into the Facebook group or anyway. People will then you will rent it out. Your house will definitely got more exposure. Number 3 is utility bills. Okay, utility bill is crazy. So if the tenant they didn't pay the utility bill, sometimes now during the MCO situations, the TNB won't shut down the TNB. So before the tenant move in, probably you just need to do a very quick tenancy agreement. You need to sign up the tenancy agreement. Only you sign the tenancy agreement, then you can change the TNB names under your tenant's account. So a proper tenancy agreement is very important. Okay, so try to do a proper tenancy agreement. If you need this, SPEEDHOME also can help. Okay, if you need this, SPEEDHOME also can help. Okay, on the tenancy agreement, proper tenancy agreement. Okay, so this is the whole tips. Okay, the last one is use SPEEDHOME. For those who already know SPEEDHOME, I would say it's like, just give me 5 minutes. Okay, I just need 5 minutes, then we jump to the FAQ, because I need to explain what is SPEEDHOME to those who just first time join. Give me 5 minutes. Now it's 9:20. I just need 5 minutes to explain what is SPEEDHOME. SPEEDHOME actually is an end-to-end property platform. It's very safe, because anything happens, right, we will use the insurance to cover the landlord loss. So you can just upload your listing for free. You upload a listing for free, okay? And then if your house is within Klang Valley area, we will send someone to help you to rent out, to show the house to the tenant. After the tenant see your house, they like your house, what we're going to do is we will ask the tenant give their 3 months bank statement, their if they're foreigner, passport, visa, and also their school appointment letter or their office appointment letter or their school registrations documents. So we will go through like almost as strict as they try to take a loan from the bank. So after finish, we will do a digital signing online. You don't need to come to SPEEDHOME office. You don't need to pass the tenancy agreement to the tenant. Everything we done online. Only these things, we find you a tenant, successfully find you a tenant, sign the tenancy agreement, then we will offer the landlord to buy an insurance. The insurance is equivalent to their first month rental, or you want to choose better coverage, you want to choose better protections, you can subscribe our extended and extended plus. If you are interested more, probably you can write in to my email paul@speedhome.com, and then I can send you some material. So only after the whole thing's complete, right? Then we will start to help you to collect the rental collections. The rental will bank into SPEEDHOME, then we will bank in to the landlord within the 3 working days. So this is the whole process. So the botak, this botak is my CEO. Okay, his name is Wong Wei Ming. And then we used to call our Speed Rent. We rebranded in 2019. And then we feature in all the Malaysia's top-notch media. And then we have several very famous investors: Joanno, Yo Chin Chow, the fake founder, the fake co-founders, the Silicon Valley investors, 500 startup. They are also our early investor. IJM invests us through their subsidiary IJM RE. We have 2 times crowdfunding, and on pitch in we raised almost 4 million. This number also need to update. So yeah, we have a crowdfunding investors. Yeah, this is all where we got the money. So when we rebrand, right, the local government and the housing minister, Wabi Zuraidah, came to our platform, came to our office to official launch. So the Island CEO and also the IGM CEO, they also came to our rebranding day. So this is the whole SPEEDHOME deal. So I won't explain everything because I only take 3 minutes only. Yeah. So because I'm more looking forward to discuss or do the Q&A. Okay. Will be there a higher risk for tenants accumulating higher unpaid outstanding bills? Wow, so many people ask questions. Give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. I need to go through. I need to go through the I will go through the questions. Wow, guys, just while I'm explaining, you guys already prepared 22 questions. Wow. Okay, let me take a deep breath. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to answer the questions. Okay, this is someone asked, the supply demand is based on SPEEDHOME, right? Only, I think I explained myself already. Yes. So this supply demand is only on SPEEDHOME only. So shut alarm demand is higher than supply. Let me check my. Yes, shut alarm. Yes, the shut alarm demand is number 6 on SPEEDHOME, but the supply is number 10. So means like the shut alarms, the supply is lower, the demand is higher. So Mr. Albert, Cyberjaya supply is less than the demand. What's the price range and the unit size on the demand? So just now I already show you, right? Okay, let me show. Okay, I think I better share the screen back. So some of the question is based on the screen. Let me share my screen. Okay, so come back to the questions. So Cyberjaya, what is the price range on the unit size? So normally the unit size is 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom. and then the supply is on the rental price is between 1,200 to 1,400 to 500. So this is the property type lah on our platform. Okay, this is a property type on our platform. So yeah, so this is the paying price, means that the tenant side is this average, but we do have some unit that can rent to 1,600 to 700. Okay, copy. Okay, Mr. Copy. Any analysis in Bangsa South? Okay, Bangsa South. Currently we are not really active on that area, but I can give you a very quick brief on that area because I'm one of my property influence friend, Mr. Cheng Waikit. Okay, you can just follow 925. Dan, help me to find Waikit Facebook, share to them. So I have a friend. His name is he's a property influencer. Then yeah, and then he recently just do a Bangsa South share on his post. Probably you can just look on it. Okay, but just a very quick feedback. Bangsa South locations, perfect. Okay, PJ 10 minutes. Another 5 to 10 minutes. MPE highway, another 5 to 10 minutes. That is another currency link. You can link and then go to the link with the Lekas and everywhere. So, and also Duke Highway. So I think it's like the area is, the location is awesome, but one thing you need to think about is will the economic activity, all the office will still remain active? How long will the work from home situations will maintain? This is something that you need to think about before you start any purchase, and buy any properties there. Will SPEEDHOME start property sales service soon? Right now, we will still focus on our rental service. So sales is not our focus right now, but we do have a sales free services. You can just upload your listing and then try your luck. Okay, Santu is a nice place to invest. Okay. This is a questions. Okay, I don't want to say like something else is good place, or some place is bad place. Let's talk about the demand supplies now. Okay, so right now if you go to Santu, then what are you looking for? Everyone that you want to invest on the capitalizations, right? You want the property to raise higher, right? So you need to be more patient, but every time before you invest, you just need to make sure, right, you know how to do a quick survey to understand per square feet. You need to find some or else you just ask agent per square feet. Okay, what's the area per square feet? The transactions price on per square feet. Actually, this is a website. You can find this kind of the data. Let me show you the website. This is a website. You can find this kind of the transacted lah. What I mean is like the property that already sold. You can try to find this website. Then on this website, right, you can see the transacted area and the area that how much they already the pricing that they sold. So before you buy any properties, right, you just need to go there and then to have a quick look and to ask yourself per square feet lah. When you buy property, you need to know that per square feet that you purchase is how much. Okay, is it the yield that you're gonna buy is higher or lower? So this is something that you need to equip yourself, just like very similar to buy share, very similar to buy share. You just need to make sure yourself is are you buying the high price or the low price? So where can you find this kind of data? I think this bricks, right, because they link with the government's data, they have access on to get the transacted prices. Okay, Herman, the rental price is based on partial or fully furnished unit. So I think it's like 70% of the units that on SPEEDHOME transacted, right, is fully furnished. So it's a bit mixed lah. If fully furnished unit, right, you can just add on another 10 to 15% on the median price that I share. Okay, so the pricing that I share is Mr. Herman, the pricing that I share is on the median price. Okay, so it's most likely on the average, not average, okay, median. So if your unit is a better and fully furnished, I think it's like it deserves another 10 to 15%. Okay, so yeah, Alex. Okay, Alex Tronco, can I assume the rental price is based on the partial? Okay, can I assume the rental is based on actually a 2-bed unit? Yes, yes. Most of the unit is 2-bed units. Okay, most of them is like 2-bed units. Okay, most of them is 2-bed units. Means more competitive in Mr. Chan Chi Wing. Okay, Mr. Chan, means more competitive in 2021. Definitely it's like more properties launch. Okay, and people's exposure income is going to be lesser. Some people's is like our unemployment rate is 3 decades high. So what do you think? So do you think people now is richer or poorer? So if you want to find tenant, what is your selling point of your unit? How can you ensure the tenant thinks it's like, oh, rent with you is something that is, wow, I also feel like I'm benefit. Okay, how to change the TNB bill to tenant? I think okay, Ming Yuan. So the TNB bill, right, is not you need to go to the TNB, yeah, the nearby TNB office. But if the tenants want to change the name, right, you need to have a proper official tenancy agreement. I think that is someone. I think that is a, yeah, it's not a very complicated process. Yeah, the tenant just need to get a tenancy agreement and then go to the TNB office and then get the number, wait, then pay a certain fee, and then they can change name. So the digital documents is our proof to the income tax people about our rental instead of the stamping document, right? No worry, all our document they will got stamped. Okay, all our speed home tenancy agreement we will stamp it, and then we will stamp it on our tenancy agreement e-stamp, so also valid one. Okay, so you can use this to prove the as your income tax documents. So since the TNB is not strict to the direct MCO, will be the higher risk for the tenant accumulating high. So you need to check with your tenants. Better you download the TNB apps. Okay, so my friend says like I have a friend share with me. So you just need to download the TNB apps, key in the account number. You have the account number, then you can monitor the TNB bill, the unpaid TNB bill. Yes, the risk is higher because the TNB will. So if the TNB change name, if the tenant move out without clear off, can landlord reapply the new TNB account? Very technical, Mr. Danny. So far right now, right? Why change name? Because it's someone's fault, it's not your fault. So I heard two sides of the story. Because I'm not working for the TNB, I just share with you what I get from our landlord group. What's we get from the landlord group. First thing is the landlord, one side they mentions that yes, the landlord still can reapply because the TNB is under the tenant name. But if very unlucky, your units, right, the tenant used to use it for the digging on for the cryptocurrency, the Bitcoin. They put a lot of machine to dig to farm the Bitcoin. Then the bill is 300,000. I think that the landlord need to explain. The landlord need to have a very clear explain. Got a police report to make sure he's not he's not renting. He's not rent to the guys that it's a partner of crime. This kind of thing, you need to prove if the bill is too high. So Mr. Johnny, is that a plan for the runner in JB of University? Currently, we don't have the plan yet. But if JB there is really, the demand is really high, probably my boss will consider . How's the supply and demand in Seri Kembangan? I got 3 room, 2 unit there is really low. And for PF and FF, partial furnished and fully furnished, we're using SPEEDHOME to help me better rental than a traditional property. Okay, so Mr. Rabi, never try, never know, because we don't charge you. If we didn't find you a tenant, right? We didn't charge you one. Only we successfully find you a tenant, then you can choose to buy the insurance with us or not. So what I'm going to suggest is if you ask me, Seri Kembangan is a good area on the demand and the supply. There is also have a lot of students there, Putra students, or someone that who work on the Cyberjaya. They also will choose to stay on Seri Kembangan, and then they will travel. But anyway, I would say why not you just try, put it on our platform, okay? Because yeah, you won't have any loss. And also the digital agency valid for the stamping with LHDN. Yes. Okay. Yes. So Mitran, can you please show the supply and demand charts once again? Thanks. Just now I showed already. So yeah. So Mr. Ye, Mr. Tan. So do SPEEDHOME do tenant replacement in tenants staying less than 6 months? What do you mean tenant replacement less than 6 months? Means like if we give you we will prorate. If we give you a 6-month tenant, so you won't pay us for a whole month for your insurance fee. You only need to pay a half month. So there is no tenant replacement. But if you are the unit that who already rent through SPEEDHOME for a year, if you that's a unit that rent through SPEEDHOME for a year, then the tenants run away or something, then you can claim from us. But if you didn't claim, you can reuse, you can prorate partial of the insurance. Then yeah, then we will find a tenant for you fast, replacement tenant. Is the mandatory sign up the insurance offered by SPEEDHOME if you manage to get a tenant from SPEEDHOME? JG, it's not a mandatory, but if you want to use SPEEDHOME to find a tenant from SPEEDHOME, you won't charge. You can choose not to purchase our insurance, but you cannot collect the deposit. You cannot collect the deposit. We are a zero deposit platform. So yeah. So what is the percentage of the rent defaulter on SPEEDHOME is recording in this moment? So I think the defaulters rate, right? It's not that high. I can't give you the exact number, but I would say it's like lesser than it's not double digit, okay, single digit. This is a single digit default, okay, because before the tenant rent through us, we check their bank statement, we check their working place, we check their appointment letter, and then we also check their CITO secrets. So if the tenant is not fulfilling our criteria, we will let go, okay. So yeah. So follow up for Yi questions. How many months rental defaulting will SPEEDHOME cover? All the months or go cut off? So if you subscribe the basic package of our insurance, we cover you 2 months late rental composite 80%. Means like if 1,000 ringgit rental, we give you 1,600 if the tenant default. Inside they didn't pay your rent after 21 days or they run away, then the insurance will cover you at least 1,600. And also, if the house is dirty, if the house is at any unpaid utility bills, the basic package you can claim up to 1,000. And that is another 15K for the insurance loss, for the damaging for your furniture, and also the other stuff. So this is something that we cover also. So yeah. So this is the thing that we cover lah. So the defaulter rate is not that high, I would say. Not many property available to rent. Wow. Because we didn't promote there, Chin. Because we didn't promote on SPEEDHOME. We are only active on Klang Valley, Johor, and Penang. This is our 3 top area. Sabah is not our forte. Sabah is too far away from us. So how OCD work? Overstay Cash Defender. Mr. Danny, you are our long-term supporters. Thank you, because you can know this brand, this product name, OCD. So over Cash Defender, if any of the landlord, if they choose to subscribe 1.5 months the extended plus rent from SPEEDHOME, we will cover the landlord loss if the tenant occupied your house and didn't move out. We will continue to pay you the rent until the tenant move out. Okay? And we will absorb all the legal fee to help you to evict the tenant. So this is the Overstay Cash Defender. Let me repeat again. If the tenant occupied your house and didn't move out, the OCD is, we will charge you 1.5 months for the whole package of the insurance and also the OCD fee. Then if the tenant didn't pay, we will pay you first. And if the tenant will occupy your house, we will pay until the tenant move out, and then we will hire a lawyer, get a court order, and evict the tenant for you. So this is the OCD package. How is the the rental demand along Kuching via Jalan Kuching? So in Jalan Kuching, I would say it's nearby, it's around like Jalan Ipoh, that area lah. So, okay. So Jalan Kuching is also, we have a couple of, we have some units there, but it's not that many. But it's because that is also nearby Jalan Ipoh and also nearby the city center ma. So I think it's like if the rental is around 1,600 to 800, that is definitely the demand there. That is a demand there. But the supply, we don't have that much of people that will list the Jalan Kuching unit on our platform. So is the TOD project recording the most inquiry rental of the moment, or the inquiry momentum is moving forwards there? Mr. Yi, the question that you asked, I always think about either you are the professional property investor, either you are the property agent. You're working in the property industry, Mr. Yi. So TOD, okay, for those who don't know what TOD is, transit-oriented development. So it means like the developments that nearby that have a very have MRT, LRT lah. People can just go by LRT lah. They don't need to buy a car. This kind of transit-oriented development. So, right now, right, what I'm seeing is actually not that active on SPEEDHOME, because SPEEDHOME, I think, is a lot of the tenants, more than they are working adult, and then the transit-oriented development is not really make the units. But of course, this is definitely a selling point. Then if your house is you can just walk by 20 to 30 minutes, you can go to the LRT. Definitely, this is a very appealing advantage compared to the others, the same area lah. So, but still, if the tenants that they have a car, they won't consider this, or motor. And a lot of tenants that, don't forget, a lot of them they choose to use bike. Do SPEEDHOME provide runner service or management for a fee? Plumber, sinking, leaking issue, etc., etc. Mr. Johnny, please sign up for our Speed Manage. Okay, you just type speedmanage.com. Sign up our Speed Manage. Okay, and soon we're gonna to have this kind of services, but now still on the preparing stage. But I think in the future, I probably will consider. So the resident apartment is more favorable compared to the service apartment, or if there is any specific time, it's more easy to rent out. Mr. Chan Hui or Miss Chan Hui Fen, resident is more favorable compared to service apartment, or is there any specific time is more easy? The problem of the service apartment is the utility is higher, the electricity bill is higher. Then the second thing is the service apartments is always the pricing also higher. So for our SPEEDHOME platform, because the data, the supply and demand that I show is on our platform, is the SPEEDHOME platform. Like around the traffic, I mean, like the people that came on our website every month is around 200,000. So a year is 2.4 million, around that. So among of this tenant pool that we see, that is residential. The residential is definitely got easy to rent it out. And then a specific type, 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, fully furnished, 1 car park. This is the type that is the most easy to rent it out on our platform. Okay. Okay. Theo, how about dispute happen between the landlord and tenant? SPEEDHOME will be into solve the dispute. Yes, we should. And just now, I'm not sure you are the Mr. Theo that who complained just now, but another Theo that will complain just now. But yes, we should, and then we will. So if the if the colleague or someone's on our customer service team that yeah, they will handle this kind of the dispute, and then they will arrange a meeting, they will call the tenant, they will find out the issue to solve the problem. Okay, Mr. Chan Sun Hock, if rent through SPEEDHOME, can I keep the tenant 30 MB bill on my name to collect deposit on utilities? So no, Mr. Chan, we are not doing any kind of the deposit. You cannot collect any kind of deposit, but what can you do is you can just download the app, and then we will put into the collection. When we do the rental collection, we also will keep on remind the tenant to pay the utility bills, and you have the, and then you can download the apps to monitor the tenant's utility paying method lah. Okay, so Mr. Danny, you ask the questions. Okay, simple. You know, I also won't go through your calculations on the deposit part. Just let me answer your questions. Just like if the house, you just write in tenancy agreement, you don't allow the tenant to sublet. You don't allow the tenant to sublet, the tenant cannot sublet. So if you allow the tenant to sublet, then you also can put a clause to mention the tenant cannot collect deposit. I think yes, so what will happen to the landlord rental fee? Existing tenant cheating by the first tenant sign the tenancy agreement, what action will take by the SPEEDHOME rental? Okay, so this is the runaway tenant. So I think it's like the way that we settle on this case, right? We will just hold the current tenant, because you have nothing to do with the, you are the landlord, right? You didn't collect their deposit. So what you can do is you can automatically, because the person that who signed the tenancy agreement, they run away, you can automatically claim the insurance already. So you just claim the insurance, and then we will ask the current that who live on the house, they move out. So this is the thing that we do lah, because this is not the landlord fault. This is not the landlord fault on this. But I believe that you are so specifics on the questions. So yeah, probably this is a case. Okay. So if you have others, if you need to have further help, I think you got my number. You can just text me, and then I'll personally follow up the case for you again. Don't worry. Okay. So yeah. So GK, can you show your target audience chart again? Thank you. Oh, can. So the top 10. Actually, I don't have the target audience chart lah, but I have the top 10 area supply and demand. If you need, like later I also can, yeah, the supply and demand. So Danny, I faced an issue. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If the tenant didn't move out, if the tenant refused to move out, yes. Okay, Mr. Danny, let me check. Let me follow up with you again tomorrow. Okay, let me follow up the unit with you tomorrow again. Thank you for pointing out the issue. Okay. Okay, continue. Got 2 room, 2 bed. Got the 2 room and 2 bed. So we should partition another room and living area, collect more rent. Can we do room rental on SPEEDHOME? Actually, you can do the room rental. Okay. So Mr. Danny, actually you have my number already, ma. So if this kind of case, right, I think it's like you just PM me lah. I can follow up for you to the end. Okay. Yeah. Because during the okay. Okay, continue. Mr. JJ, I just now I already text you. If you receive a text, right, I think that you got my number already. If you receive the text just now. Okay, so continue. On the average moment, the most rented out property via SPEEDHOME is what size? 700, 800, or 1000, or other size? I think it's average, the size that we rented out, 2 room, 2 bed, 800 to 900 feet, so around that. So Chris, So we do have some, we do room rental, but your room rental must be 500 upper so that we will assist that. But if your house is lower than 500, the rental is lower than 500, then we will, you need to do by yourself lah. Okay, continue. On the average moments for the most rental property in SPEEDHOME is what's okay, done already. So Speed Rental Furniture deliver to whole Malaysia or just Klang Valley? Wow. This one I need to check back to my colleague on the Speed Rental. But if you don't mind, right, let me share with you. Dan, can you help me to find the speedrental.com? You can just fill up the form first. You can just fill up the speedrental.com first. Mr. Chris Wong, fill up the form first. Then later we will settle. So Divya, after 1 year of the end of tenancy term, do I pay another month? Yes, you can choose to continue with SPEEDHOME if you want us to service everything, prepare the tenancy agreement, collect the room, collect the rental, follow up, and also the insurance coverage. You need to continue. When you continue with SPEEDHOME, you need to pay us 1 month. But right now we were having some discussions lah. So why not, like, if you really can't find the tenant, why you try to use SPEEDHOME first for the next year? You have the right to choose to continue with SPEEDHOME or not. Okay. So now it's already 9:51. Can I just take 2 more or maximum 3 more questions? Let me take 3 more questions. Then I will end the session. Okay. I asked the feature to your CEO, allow landlord see the transaction history price with the trend analysis tool and the tenant budget. This will help the landlord to see the correct rental price. Do you have the timeline when this release this feature to us? So we have we have a calculator lah. Rental calculator. We have a rental calculator. Okay, SPEEDHOME. We have a SPEEDHOME rental calculator. Let me find the rental calculator for you. So, but this calculator is a bit, we crawl a lot of the others. We collect a lot of the others units. I think it's more than 1 million properties. So what you need is just type the property name. And then you can find the status of the unit, fully furnished, halfly furnished, anything. You can just use this calculator to find out how much is the current rental rate lah. But it's almost so this is something that probably you can look for. But exactly the rental price, this is Mr. Albert, it's not like we don't want to do, but this is a product that need to involve multiple departments effort. So yes, I think this is something is very, very interesting. I'm also feeling very attracted. Let me bring this idea back to our team again. You know my CEO, right? When you want to get something done, he will get something done very fast. So pressure him more. Then probably he will give you more resources so that I can build this. What's the cons to use SPEEDHOME to rent out? Okay, thank you, John. I like this question. So what's the cons on renting the unit out on SPEEDHOME? Fast, because we do everything online. Then we do everything online, and then we rent it super fast. So and then we have a lot of the after sales service. Although that is some papers or so, it's not like we're not perfect lah. Sometimes I also apologize a lot. Sometimes we are not perfect on the after sales service, but we always really everyone. If you know, right, every time when you use a chat request, you put a chat request on SPEEDHOME, our CEO email will show on the chat request. And if you really write into the email, CEO will reply you. So you imagine that. So it's really, we very, very, very treasure the customer experience. Okay. So this is something that is no joke one, really. Every time I receive complaints from customers, every time I get any kind of things, right, we were really, really sincere, help the customer to solve a problem. So this is the con. After sales service, rent it out fast. This is the con. Pros and cons. Sorry. Cons. Oh, sorry. I just keep on saying pro. Sorry. I confused already. What's the cons? Cons probably you don't get the deposit law. Cons is that you don't get a deposit, and sometimes that you will the renewal. When you came to the renewal, you need to pay again. But the pro is the just not the pro that I say. This is something that we help the landlords, right? Normally you go to find an agent or something. After they find a tenant for you, their job is already done. You collect the deposit. Anything happen, you deduct from the deposit, right? This is something. Okay, so the rental demand incentive high. Yeah. The rental demand is there, but the supply also super high. The rental demand is there, the supply also very high. You see, John, I just now talk. Suddenly I also a bit like, pros and con. Sorry, just now a bit, because yes. So I will take another two questions. Will be the insurance in 2-year rental soon? I don't think so, Mr. Yeah. Mr. So I just want to conclude something. Just now, like a lot of people like asking me, right? If you go through the questions, like the nearly, I already answered nearly 40 questions. 40. Okay, I nearly answered 40 questions. So a lot of people, you keep on asking, like, is this place can rent or not, can buy or not? The rental is bad or good? Because I'm not sure that you already bought the unit. If you already bought the unit, now your house is empty for so long, and then you don't know how to rent it out. Then what I'm suggest is you need to do something. You need to do something. If your house is unfurnished, or you need to find out some solutions, like using any kind of channels to promote your unit. Okay, talk to your management. Use different online platform. Find reliable agent. Okay, actually I don't mind. In SPEEDHOME, right, you can just use SPEEDHOME, and in the meanwhile you also use agent. And the last one is keep on sharing the info to all your friends, then let them to share it for you also. So this is something like a lot of the landlords, like, because they are very busy, they have several units, and then they don't have time to find the tenant and show the house. And in the meanwhile, they didn't try all, or they really too busy. So what you can do is just to be super proactive, and then already told you just now, fully furnished is faster, rent it out faster. You need to be careful, okay, to check the tenant background, although this kind of thing. So, and also, if SPEEDHOME, we already established in the market for 5 years, give us a chance. Try to use it, and then you will see. Okay, last two. Oh, Mr. Albert, you stress me out, but thank you for stressing me. Okay, good. I think this is something that I also hope it will show on our website. It also can bring us a lot of value. As an owner of SPEEDHOME, if I cannot collect utility deposit, will SPEEDHOME insure me against the utility default? Secondly, the tenant don't pay the utilities bill, what the maximum amount insurance will pay? As a portion of 1 month rental, what type of documents do I need to submit claims for utility default? So utility default, simple. The utility defaults that the tenant, you need to submit just the utility bill. If you just subscribe the basic package, the maximum that you can claim for the utilities is 1,000 ringgit. So yeah, this is the maximum that you can claim, 1,000 ringgit. But if you choose to bought extended and extended plus package, you can claim up to 3K. Up to, let me double check. Later I say the number wrong, my boss deduct my salary. Okay, so if you're okay, let me show you the yeah, it's 2,000. Okay, it's 2,000. So the insurance package that is 2,000 ringgit. Let me show you the FAQ. FAQ, landlord FAQ. So Mr. Chan, keep this link, save this link, bookmark this link. So the amount that I will say like is 2,000 ringgit if you choose to the extended. If the normal package is 1.5. So this is something that we will show. We will claim from your speed home observations. Will the pool of the quality tenant getting lesser and lesser due to the pandemic? Actually, no, our pool is getting higher and higher. Okay, guys, before you guys left, please help me do one thing. Dan, help me share the link. If any new landlords in speed home, if here have any new landlord in speed home, right? If you never use speed home before, and then you're not sure you want to list your property right now, new landlord, let me specify only new landlord, you never used speed home before. You just help me fill up the form and list your property. After you list your property, we will give you some free gift. Okay, for the new landlord, from the speed home, if you never use speed home before, and then yeah, you just click on the link, fill up the form, and then you list your property. After you list your property, we will in 7 days list your property in 7 days. Then we will give you some free gift. Okay, but for the current landlord already use speed home, you still can earn money. But from speed home, what you need to do, just go to your referral link, share to your friends that who have the referral, who have a house to rent or want to rent a house. You will get each of them 200 ringgit. So old landlord, you can use the referral link to earn the money. New landlord, you can just sign up the form, and also click on the form, fill out your name and list your property, and you will get the money. So okay, so please sign up the form, guys. I will want to say that thanks again. Thank you for your support. So today I will call this is a very successful engagement moment with our tenant and our potential tenant, and of course some landlord that is not really happy with our service. I'm really sorry, and we really will take it very seriously. And please, okay, write into you can write into our CEO email if you want. Okay, you can just write into our CEO email, ceo@speedhome.com. Okay, you can just write into our email, ceo@speedhome.com. So you can write into the hello@speedhome.com. You can write into the hello@speedhome.com. Okay, really every day we receive email. Okay, we will reply and then we will follow up. Okay, thank you so much for giving your precious time and ask a lot of questions about our service and also about the rental market. I will say today is a very successful event, and if you're the new landlord, fill up the form and then you will get the free gift. Okay, and the old landlord, go to the referral link, click on the referral link and share to your friends. Good night. Okay, and have a nice day. Take care. Mr. Heng, thank you so much. Mr. Heng, don't say only. Please go to our review. Give us 5-star review on Google. Okay, give us 5-star review on Google. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you guys, and really thank you for your time. Bye bye.